I've been grinding lately, this Lord knows I'm trying to find. Ain't no looking back, giving my all. From the bottom, rolls through the cracks. Spotlight on you, behind you.
Today, from the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, Austin Seibert to kick off fourth league. Is Madden NFL 21.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. The first carry now, this is Alvin Kamara. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's going to be stopped well behind the line of scrimmage, and that's pretty much going to wipe out their gain from first down. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now Breeze on the bootleg. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first down, Murray. Latavius Murray past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray, 54 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead.
I told you, I ain't going nowhere.
Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong open.
Think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said, better team at home should steamroll it, and we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, first and 10 at their own 21. He'll look to throw right away. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
9-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job is simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
It's caught by OBJ. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Harris to return. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
22-yard line.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Brought down back at the 19.
Now on 2nd and 13. Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch for the NFL's leader in receiving yards a year ago, and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Breeze leads this one with Kamara. It was Jacob Phillips who was able to bring him down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And 8.
After one, 7-0. RDA Sports.
Saints 7. Browns nothing.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Now Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. He's got a first down and inside the midfield. It is bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. What a heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. On the counter, here's Kamara. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Greedy Williams on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Throwing now is Breeze. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. A nice nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
13-yard line.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Murray. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. B.J. Goodson there on the tackle.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. A nice linebacker play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Breeze now. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Latavius Murray with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. He finds his target, Beckham. And he's taken down inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns touchdown.
Complete to number 8.
Austin Hooper there to make the grab. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. He's got a first down past the 30. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play there just before halftime. Give him 42 yards on the ground.
First and 10.
So all of a sudden with that run, maybe now a chance for points here.
It's a total mind shift, isn't it? Because what you were saying before was, hey, let's just get out of here, get the half over with. Instead, we can get some points now.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
This is complete to Michael Thomas. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout.
First and 10.
In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
I can't wait to see what they have.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road. And pressure gets to him again. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's complete. Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you get momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Mayfield hitting David Njoku on the touchdown pass. And the Browns are back within a score.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Now this will make it into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but it's going to be second down. Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Snap comes in 1, and now Breeze. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Let's go, let's go.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses them about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
29-yard line.
They run it again with Kamara. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Breeze now on first down. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
4 yards.
I love the drive they're working on here, because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Still 9 remaining on second down. Again, it's Kamara. And some room to roam now. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. 24 yards. And once again, the Saints are back out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
5-yard line.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First down, Cleveland.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield dancing to his left. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
15.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back in the 25. Marcus Davenport able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And, boy, on this drive, it looked like the offense was really moving the football. I mean, they have been moving the football, but now they're in a tough spot. Nice play defensively.
Certainly felt like the defense decided to answer what the offense was doing. Okay, you're doing pretty well there. Guess what? We're going to bring some pressure. See if you can handle that. And they got to him on second down, and that sets up a third and long. Advantage defense.
Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down. And that is incomplete. Well, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints will have the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. And look at this. They get the turnover they need, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and he'll bring this one back to the 29.
First and 10.
A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
15 yards on the play, first down. Flushed out right. He's going to take off, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. 14 yards. And the Browns have retaken the lead.
Austin Seibert on for the point after.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
And this carries into the end zone. And they'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So Breeze and the Saints down 27-24, 2:01 remaining. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
It's a gain of 3.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. On the ground, this is Kamara. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. A crusher there as it's intercepted. B.J. Goodson with a pick. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
1st and 10.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll take this into the end zone. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And he knocks it through. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them, and plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
To kick off for Cleveland.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19.
Now all the focus shifts over to the Saints. Trailing in this one now. 44 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And this is caught from the ground. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
To throw is Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cole. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. Breeze to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. Breeze. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. One final try here for Breeze. And it's caught. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many